Here's an interview from one of our past shows on Rock and Metal Revival. If you're interested in hearing full shows, go to our Facebook page and check out our list of affiliates for times and places where you can hear Rock and Metal Revival.
That's Sophie Lloyd with a track called Runaway from her new album, Imposter Syndrome. And her album was actually in our top 20, or our top 10 of 2023. And today we actually have her on the phone. Sophie, how you doing?
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm really good, thank you.
So, now this album's got a bunch of different singers on it. How did you pick who was going to do what, or did you write songs specially for them? Or
so when we started writing, we had like ideas of who we wanted. So we'd kind of write like in the style, like we knew we wanted like a sort of classic rock singer for Runaway when we started writing it. It was kind of inspired by like the 80s rock bands like Van Halen and stuff like that. So, and then we thought we wanted Michael Starr for that one. And then we just asked him, just messaged him on Instagram, and we were surprised by how many people actually said yes, that they were up for it. So we actually got a lot of the people that we wanted, that we were writing for.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So were you a big Steel Panther fan beforehand?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I used to have their posters on my wall when I was growing up and stuff. I just thought they were so funny. I love that they brought like the kind of fun into rock and metal music, and they just had, they had a cool image. They had incredible riffs as well. Like Satchel is such an incredible guitar player. Oh yeah, definitely. I've had a chance to see them a few times, and yeah, they just bring the fun. You can't go out of there feeling bad. Yeah, for sure.
So we're big fans of Black Stone Cherry too, and you got a song with Chris Robertson on "Let It Hurt." Now, how did that come about? And I know you just put out a video for it. And where'd you shoot the video?
So that came about honestly in a similar way to the others. We wrote a song that we kind of wanted that country rock vibe. Like I've been a massive fan of Black Stone Cherry. I think Chris Robertson is one of the most incredible kind of rock singers out there, and like the feeling and emotion he puts into the songs, I've always loved.
Oh yeah.
So again, we kind of connected on social media, and obviously I'm in the UK, they're all in the States, so it kind of all had to be done, online with them, us sending them the demo, then sending us, the vocal stems and whatnot. But we actually managed to head out to Nashville last year to film the video there. Which was really fun. So we actually got to meet up in person and film the video together in this old like junkyard, which was really cool.
Oh, nice. Now you also got Nathan James from Inglorious and TSO and everything. He's just like an amazing singer, man. One of my favorites. I love the Inglorious stuff. How'd you manage? Well, I know he's in England too, so that shouldn't have been too hard to connect up with him, right?
Yeah, we actually are from like the same town, pretty much. Like we only live like half an hour away from each other.
Oh,
so
wow.
I kind of knew of him growing up. Like my old band that I was in before, Marita and the Moths, they'd worked with Inglorious, like supported them a few times.
Wow.
So I've just known him through the music scene, and I've always wanted to work with him because, like, say, he's got the most incredible like power vocals I've ever seen. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So I knew I wanted to work with him, and luckily, like this was all during COVID though that we were recording, so we were still like writing the songs online, where I'd send the demo, they'd send the vocal stems and stuff. So, but I'd love to get into the studio with him. I think that would be really cool.
Oh, definitely. Now, you were on the cover of my favorite magazine last year, and it was Guitar World. And they did that feature story on you. That was pretty cool. How'd you find out about that, and that they were going to do that and all that? Because that, I would seem like out of left field. But then after I heard your album, I'm like, geez, no wonder they're covering her.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it was definitely a pinch me moment, because that was, a magazine that I read all the time growing up. Like I always had it delivered to my house and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been in contact with the Guitar World for a while, and they knew we had this album with all like the different features and stuff. And I think it's cool that they're kind of bringing light to more like kind of modern new guitarists as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they wanted to just do a little introductory piece to me, which was amazing. Still so incredible.
Nice.
To, like, think about.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now, you started playing on YouTube in 2011, And you got over 800,000 followers. Wait, well, another one from me yesterday. I started, had to watch all your videos. Yeah, and you make it look so effortless. That's the thing, man. It's because sometimes you see people playing guitar and it looks like they're really concentrating and really, but you make it look like you're just sitting there strolling, reading through the paper.
Oh, thank you so much. Like, I've definitely worked hard to kind of have that, comfortability, I guess, with it as well. Like, when I first write them, they're so hard to play, but then it's just like practicing them over and over again. And I've got my own style now that I feel like really comfortable with. And I think like stage presence is like a really big part of performing in music as well. So it's good, even like online, I think it's good to have that kind of stage presence when you're performing too.
Oh yeah. So did you ever think it would get to this kind of numbers and stuff, this kind of popularity and everything? And would you
Not at all. I remember when I started back in 2011, it wasn't even like being like a YouTuber wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
It was I just did it to like track my progress, and I remember being like, if I get 30 views, I'll be so happy. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of, one of them, I think it was like Surfing with the Alien or something, just kind of blew up overnight.
Oh yeah.
And it was crazy. So I could never, imagine it. It's definitely an unconventional way to get into the music industry, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy. Like, I absolutely love it. I love writing like the shred versions and stuff.
That's very cool.
Very lucky.
So tell me about your Kiesel signature guitar, because it's beautiful guitar, and it's got what did you call it? A Sustainiac?
Sustainiac. Yeah. Like I love Kiesel guitars so much because you get to like customize them yourself. There's like a guitar builder online, and you can like go through and change the color, change the shape, like all the paint. So I knew like Kiesel have just been a company I've loved for so long, and when they said they wanted to do a signature series with me, I was absolutely like ecstatic, and I knew exactly what I wanted, because I love that I've had my Aries model for a long time, and that was an artist model, but I wanted to like kind of basically do an Aries model but on steroids. So
Nice.
I chose to add the Sustainiac and a kill switch to it and a tremolo system. So the Sustainiac basically kind of makes a note, so if you play a note, it'll just ring out forever. So it'll never die basically, and you can add like different harmonics on top of it as well, and it's just like such a fun tool. You can make some really crazy sounds with it, especially in combination with like the tremolo system and the kill switch. So and they were very open to that idea, to trying something out. They'd never done that on a guitar before, so it was really exciting to see it all come to life. And it's cool because people can like choose their own colors, like they don't just have to stick with the purple, which is my one. They can choose like a bunch of different colors, and I'm so happy with it. It's just so much fun. It's honestly like my ideal guitar.
Yeah, and you're using one of my favorite woods. I used to build guitars, so black limba is my favorite. I love black limba. It's so easy to work with, and it sounds so warm, and it's just one of the best.
Like it's kind of similar to like mahogany, I feel like, in like the tonal characteristics, and I really love that kind of warm, round tone. So I knew I wanted something like that. So yeah, all the guitars in the line are black limba, but you can change like the top wood. Like there's a bell maple top wood, which I love, which always has like really interesting patterns on it, and like quilted maple.
Yep, that's one of my faves. Yeah,
I
made a bunch of them
out over the wood.
Yeah. Now you got some great guitar tones on this album too. Did you use amps and mics, or did you use software and different stuff like that, or what was
for this album? We used we were all using like real cabs and real amps. So we used an EVH 5150, and I think it was running through a Mesa Boogie cab, and then we used my Diesel VH4 running in parallel with that. For the lead tones, which was amazing. And then for the rhythms, we ran it in parallel with a Marshall JCM 800, I think it was, if I remember correctly. And then for some of like the more effects, like the cleaner tones, we used a Kemper as well, which sounded incredible. Like he had some great, our producer Ramesh from Longwave Studios in Wales in the UK, he had some amazing like presets on it loaded up, and it was sounded beautiful. We had a lot of fun. We spent like quite a few days just like kind of nerding out over tones, trying to find the perfect ones.
And now you were just at a NAMM that was here in the States.
NAMM.
How was it? I mean, did you find any cool new guitar technology out there? New guitar
It was really, really cool. I was worried I wouldn't like it because, like, there's a guitar convention in London that I really don't like at all. It's just like so like corporate and like boring. But this one was so nice. It was so much fun, and like everyone was, I don't know, it was just like a really, really good vibe. Maybe it's because it was in LA and it was really sunny, but it was great. Like it was fun to like check out like the Boss stands. They had like loads of their like really old pedals. We were looking at like things we want to incorporate into our live shows. So we were looking at a lot of like the wireless Shure gear for like guitar packs and stuff, which looks really cool. And we were looking at some speakers, which were cool. Honestly, we spent most of our time at the. Do you know what a tomatone is?
A what?
It's like a tomatone. It's like this silly toy.
Oh,
like
okay.
you squeeze it and it like squeaks. We spent most of our time there playing with these stupid toys.
Nice.
But it was so much fun. Like it was really, really cool to see. And like Kiesel had their own convention as well a couple of days later in Escondido. So I went there for that as well, and they were doing like factory tours. So that was really interesting and quite like a unique experience.
Very cool. Now, you're currently the lead guitarist with Machine Gun Kelly. Now,
I am.
Have you ever thought about, going out on tour with Aranthi and Nita Strauss, doing like a G3 with women who can just shred?
Oh, I'd love to.
That would be awesome.
I actually met Nita for the first time a few years ago
awesome.
when I was,
she's
when I was in LA. Yeah, she's so lovely. Like my ultimate goal is to literally the people you said. I want to make a song with Nita and Orianthi, and like have it as like the three like blonde like rock guitarists.
Yeah,
I think that would be so cool. I'm working on it.
Nice. Now, when did you start playing guitar, and who was your biggest influence that started you wanting to be a lead guitar player? Because I know there's a lot of girls women who play guitar, but you shred. You know, you're way above what I'm used to seeing. So,
Thank you so much.
what inspired you to want to be a shredder?
So I started probably when I was like 9 or 10, when I was quite young. Embarrassingly, it was actually an episode of SpongeBob that got me started at like that Super Bowl halftime show or something. They were like did a song Sweet Victory that's what got me wanting to play, pretty embarrassingly. But what sort of like my dad was always really into like rock music, like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, bands like that. So it was always kind of in our household. And then growing up, I got really into like Avenged Sevenfold, Iron Maiden, like bands like that had a lot of like really amazing like lead shred guitar solos, and I just thought it was like the coolest thing ever. I thought it was so much fun. It's just something that always kind of made me just smile whenever I would listen to it. I'd always just like listen to songs waiting for the guitar solo. So I would always just come home and practice, try and emulate their tones and their playing style, and then it just kind of developed into what it is now, really.
Yeah, nice. Now, you had a lot of collaborations on this latest album. Who are some of the artists that you'd like to maybe, if you do another album, get a hold of and take part? Or is there an ultimate vocalist you'd like? So,
from the rock world, I'd love to work with, I'm a big fan of Ghost. I think his voice is incredible, and Bruce Dickinson would be amazing, Slash would be incredible. But I'd also like to sort of work with people that you might not really expect, sort of combining the kind of rock shred scene with maybe hip hop or something. I'm a big fan of Doja Cat and even rappers like Central Street or Machine Gun Kelly, himself. People like that I think would be really interesting to kind of start mixing genres a little bit there. That's sort of what I'd like to experiment with. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but that's something I'm quite excited by now.
Yeah, that would be interesting though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, what's the best advice you can give to young girls out there who want to be professional musicians?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think just stay true to yourself, power through, and it can be tough being, a female in the industry, but overall you just gotta believe in yourself and know that you are good enough. Surround yourself with really good people, and just practice loads. Just, you know what you want to do. Try and find your like unique selling point as well that makes you different, and really develop your own sound and your own playing style. And then just keep dreaming. It is possible, especially nowadays with social media. There's so many routes into the music industry. So just keep the dream alive, and it will happen.
Nice. Now, you've made a lot of videos for this album. Which one was your favorite to make so far?
Oh, that's a good question. I think probably I love the one for Do or Die, because that was fun, because it was just so much fire. And we had our friend who's to come down and do some amazing tricks. So that was really fun. I also loved doing the one with Lizzie Hale. That was really awesome, just because I'm such a fan of her. So, and that was cool because we got to do that one in person, and that whole video just kind of meant a lot to me.
Yeah. And
the song and stuff, it just held like a lot of meaning. And honestly, the Chris Robertson one that just came out for Let It Hurt was so fun as well. Like actually getting to go to Nashville, and that one had a bit of a storyline as well. And to just like rock out with Chris was so much fun. Like, yeah, they've all been so good. Oh, and I've got to say Runaway. Oh my God, I almost forgot. How could I forget Runaway? That was the craziest video ever. We made the mistake of providing everyone with free booze. And inviting just like all the local rockers down. Nice. So it went out of control so quick, but it was so much fun, and I think the video came out really, really well.
Oh yeah, the video is hilarious. It's a lot of fun to watch.
So funny.
Now,
we need to like release an X-rated version of it, because we had to cut so much.
Nice. Now, do you think your song "Hanging On" could have used some more cowbell?
Oh, always. Honestly, every song needs more cowbell. My biggest regret of the album.
Yeah, there wasn't enough cowbell songs, that's for sure.
That's very true. I'm so sorry. Next time I'll release a cowbell-only album. That'll be the only percussion will be cowbell.
That'd be awesome. That'd go over good where we are.
That's an interesting idea.
Nice. So, what are your plans for 2024?
So, 2024, we're doing quite a bit of touring with MGK. We're out have some dates over the summer, but we'd also really like to tour our album Imposter Syndrome. We're hoping to do that, and it'll probably end up being the end of this year by the time we actually have time to put our live show together and practice with like vocalists and stuff. Okay. So I'm really, really excited to actually get on the road with our own stuff, and just show everyone that what it's like live, and I think it's going to be amazing. Heck
yeah. Now, where can people find out about you and what's going on? Where's the best place to find out about Sophie-Lloyd?
Probably, I have my website that I'll be posting all of my tours on, which is www.sophieguitar.com. But if you follow me on Instagram, which is sophieguitar_, that's where I'll always be posting everything that I'm doing and updating everything. And then you can follow me on YouTube to hear my new music, Sophie-Lloyd on YouTube. That's probably it.
Cool.
Any social media, just type in Sophie-Lloyd on Google, something will come up probably.
Okay. Well, we've played Runaway going into the interview. What would you like to play off the album coming out?
Oh, let's play, I think Do or Die.
Do or Die? Awesome. We can do that. Awesome. Now, it's been an honor having you on the show, and look forward to hearing some more new music from you when you get a chance. And you're always welcome here on the Rock and Metal Revival.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's been so nice to chat to you.